Okay.
We're semi-live here, guys. We're waiting for everyone to file back in. It sounds like a good opportunity to remind everyone that you can watch this series in its entirety on youtube.com/APGamingREAL and catch all the previous episodes and numerous other shows involving everybody but SciFri. I don't know that SciFri's been on any other shows with me besides this one.
Nope. This is our only show together. I have been on other people's shows, though. So
What he's saying is, you're his least favorite GM.
Well, no, what I'm saying is when you kill off Wreckage in Star Wars, I'll take its place.
I mean, when you kill me off in Star Wars, I'll just make another character in Star Wars.
It's true.
It's true. If you strike him down, he'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Exactly.
I think that means I get bonus XP on my next character generation. I don't know what...
When Virgil is no longer in Star Wars and you write him off in that
would be a really cool mechanic for that game, to have it actually be a thing.
Strike you down and become more powerful.
Everyone
Like, that
would
actually
just
would
be
be
looking
really cool.
to get themselves killed constantly, though.
If you do a monologue...
Only your power gamers would be looking to die.
Right, it would need to be a thing.
Like,
it would need to be done in like an epic way. If you just die from like some stupid way, it doesn't count. But like if you die in like an epic battle,
it is like you're only a master of
one
evil.
of those stupid situations where we get like 5 triumphs and no successes, and then we're like, you know what? Let's just use those 5 triumphs to come back more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Strike me down, I shall come back more powerful.
Well, there we go.
We're back. We're back in it.
Valette, Vyse, I want you to tell me a little bit more about your father. We haven't covered a lot about him. We know that he's like a lesser branch of House Martell. If Odalys was to die, or for some reason to ever give up power, he would basically be the new head of the house. What can you tell me about him? We don't even have a name.
I had a good image of him, his personality, not a name, though.
Yeah, tell me. So,
sure.
I mean, it's been a while since you've seen your father, and of course,
it's
how
been
people
a
view
long
their
time,
parents and how their parents actually are often two different things. But tell us.
Well, yeah, like he's like really like smart, like academically smart. Like he taught Vyse basically most of the stuff he knew about politics in his early years. But the problem is he's a dick.
Right, yeah. Total dick. Total dick.
I mean, you guys wonder why all these bad guys are basically nothing but tropes, and then you're like, well, my dad is a dick to me.
Yeah. Well,
have you seen us?
He's like the kind
have you seen us? Of course we had shitty parents.
Everyone's a dick to everyone. That's sort of canon.
Yeah. Everyone hates each other. There is only war.
I feel like he's a dick, but also like he's kind of... I'm trying to say, because like I feel like our mother was like the main one that was like, oh, we need to have Miss Kids, and he was just kind of like, okay, wife, do whatever you want, kind of like. So like he was a bit of a pushover, but he was still a dick.
I also feel like
he was like, okay, wife, go ahead, force feed our children medals. That's fine.
Yeah. He's also like the main like reason of Vyse's like self-doubt, because he's just like, you're not a man.
Yeah.
Your father just shows up, screams in your ear, and it's just like, what is a man?
I am a man.
A miserable pile of lies.
A pile of secrets.
Yeah.
Scadrill. Oh, that's right. Secrets would work pretty well here. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Scadrill. All right, Valette. What does your dad look like?
I imagine he looks pretty similar to Vyse. So like definitely, and kind of both of us have that darker hair. So like he definitely has like a dark brown, if not like black hair. Kind of like when you say someone looks kind of like has like a rat-like features, so like really pointed facial features. I picture for some reason
it looks like Vyse if Vyse was 20 years older and a snitch. Got it.
Well, because there's a difference. Because like Vyse looks nice, but our dad always has this like just like this like
He doesn't
this
have any
scowl.
of the humility that Vyse has.
Right? Yeah, like
So is
Vyse's
your
default.
father's is
like
your father's
Vyse-
first name Veen? So Vyse looks nice and Veen looks mean.
Yes, it is. His name is definitely
Amazing.
starts with a V, because that's the and because it confuses Arthur more.
well, like Vyse like actually looks nice, but like Veen basically has resting bitch face. Like he's always
hate that
scowling
term,
and like
but okay.
always doing something. Like
Veen
Yeah.
Martell.
Bean Martell.
Someone told me about that term like last year, and I was like, "Wow, that seems super offensive to like everyone."
Resting bitch face?
Resting
It
bitch
seems
face.
offensive to women. It seems offensive to anyone you
It is?
apply it to. Like,
I have resting bitch face really bad. Like, I do. It's,
I kind of have that too,
I mean,
where it's just like I never not look upset when I have a neutral face.
well, the first time I ever heard it was someone saying that they themselves had it. So like I never saw it
Yeah,
as being
people
like
use it
offensive.
more like self-deprecating than insulting.
Right, yeah, that's the only time I've
I think
ever
that's
like actually
true.
really heard it.
like
So
every time.
if that's actually offensive, I apologize. But like that's
Every time
the
my
only-
lady
I've
is
only
like,
ever heard people say, yeah.
every time my lady like turns to me and is like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like driving or something. I'm like, resting bitch face. like no, I'm fine. I promise.
People, like, faces are weird. Some people have those faces that just rest in a very grumpy position.
like Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, like Grumpy Cat. Okay,
Right,
bring
of
your
course.
2007 memes in here.
I mean, Audrey Plaza, literally the best ever. I guess so. Do you? So the scene we have is Valette and Veen Martell sitting down at a breakfast table. It's like a solid hunk of wood, the kind that we really haven't seen so far in the series. Like there's
Oh shit.
not
So,
a
like,
lot of hugely wooden architecture. We did see a bit in Urtau, like buildings were all built out of wood, but it was like planks of wood put together. This is like a giant, solid, round disc of like butcher's block. And there's a really nice breakfast laid out, and Veen Martell is cutting into like a breakfast steak with some sort of like scrambled poultry offing or
And
something.
I'm assuming Odalys looks 10 years younger.
Odalys isn't in this scene. It's just Valette and Veen.
Oh, it's Valette.
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
Valette
I
and
thought you
Veen.
said Odalys.
Did
Never
I say
mind.
Odalys? It's Valette and Veen.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Okay.
may have had a lot to drink, so I have no
No.
idea what you said.
So Valette.
I have
looks-
an important, not important question.
Yeah.
So I'm like, am I like
Like, when you
9?
cut to the flashback, is it a diagonal wipe or is it like a
It's
kind of wipe?
actually. It'll become clear. This isn't a flashback.
Okay.
Valette's scar is fresh. She looks the same age, right? She still looks her current age, but the scar is clearly like just happened. And your father is sitting cutting a steak, and he says, "Valette, we need to talk about what happened with your mother last night."
She says nothing, and she's just looking down at the table.
Your brother is going to need a lot of help. Your father, like, drops his utensils onto the plate that makes a very loud clanking noise. Valette, you look at me when I'm talking to you. Just because you can do what you did to your mother doesn't mean you can disobey your other parent. There will be order in my house. Now, I've dealt with the body. We're going to blame it on some of the field scar. They'll be burned later today.
What?
You haven't
What am I-
explained the situation to me. Why did you do it?
Mom, she was making me eat those beads.
Foolish child. Don't you know metals are power? Metals are power, Valette. And like as he's saying this, like the kitchen in the background fades away, and your father has somehow gone from like a sitting position to a standing position, and you're just in a black expanse of nothing, and your father's just standing there going, Valette, metals are power. You need to acquire metals.
Okay. I kept telling her to stop, and she wouldn't. And she like hands like she like puts her hands her head in her hands, but then it touches the side of her face with the scars, and she like because she can't even do this without it hurting, and so she doesn't really know how to react. So her hands are just kind of up, and she's like actively like sobbing, and like tears are streaming down her face.
Metals are powerful. Protect your brother until the time comes. You'll need him.
She murmurs something. So I guess I'm not. This is a weird dreamland or whatever. So, but like she like murmurs something, and then like we zoom in, and to hear it, and then she says, "Well, maybe I need someone too."
And that's when you wake up. But I need you to make a roll real quick. I need you to make.
Of course you do.
I need you to make a spirit roll.
Spirit, got it.
Versus difficulty 4.
Shit. Okay. So
what's happening here is the weight of what are essentially your crimes. Like, you killed your mother, like brutally murdered her in front of your brother.
My crimes.
Yeah, it's your crime. It's your tragedy.
So wait, is your way of doing flashbacks dream sequences?
Doggy!
Man. Just remember this moment in like 4 or 5 episodes. I'm gonna do what I can to explain. It's a dream sequence, but not really.
Could I call on Scarred?
You can, but it's gonna be working against you here because this is the incident. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're gonna lose.
This is the incident. This is how you got it. Yeah.
So do you want
I feel like you can definitely call on Power Hungry because your dad Vyne is just like, get them medals.
Get the medals, get powerful, get big, get swole.
So I lose it. I lose a die from Scarred and gain a die from Power Hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess I'm just at my normal. So I'm at 4. So hopefully.
I feel like you're also. You know what? It's gonna be a roll versus roll, specifically because I'm gonna put Night Terrors into you. And while normally this could be an objective roll, you're actually rolling against something else. So yeah, let's roll.
I'm sorry. I'm
gonna use your Night Terrors burden, so you're gonna get an advancement for that.
Okay. Yep. So do I lose another die for that?
No. Nope.
Okay,
no.
So
you get a free advancement because this is the first time in the session you've gotten your Night Terrors. Yeah.
Cool. All right, here we go. Oh.
Paired force with a nudge and a second nudge. Yeah.
Oh, you rolled 2?
Oh yes. Yeah, you're rolling against a specific thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I got a pair of 2s with a nudge.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dice you're throwing there. 10.
I know.
It got an extra nudge from your Night Terrors.
Okay.
Because it had an extra die on that. Yeah. So you're gonna take a point of willpower. You're gonna take 2 points of willpower damage.
Got it.
And when you wake up, you have. Oh wow! Is that actually gonna give you a resilience hit? That's not 1/4. Oh, it is 1/4. Yeah, you're gonna take a new You're gonna take a new series burden. Wow, this has not been a good night for you. You go from Night Terrors to.
All right. What else do I get?
Something else. Well, this is a mental conflict, so let's look. What kind of good things? I mean, chat. That could be a thing. I don't want to say too much, but, you know. Broken people have doorways.
Yeah.
Right,
well, I already can't sleep because of this.
Perfect. You know what? Your new burden is flashbacks. Boom. Fuck you, SciFri.
God damn it.
Right.
Now it's a game mechanic, so get fucked.
It's fine.
And
As
you have
long
to
as
pick
every
which
time
one
we
of
do
your
a
burdens you
flashback,
wanna
there's a
heal.
star wipe.
Yeah, you have to pick which burden you want to heal. So if you leave flashback on there for a while, we could just flashback all the time.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. So
be like the show Flash Forward.
What I want
guess-
to know
Hmm?
is, as you wake up next to Diedrich, having made terrible whimpering noises in your sleep, what happens?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
here's some
I guess
complications for you, by the way. You're going to take 2 hits to spirit as you're just crushed under the enormity of whatever is showing you these things. And yeah,
Nope, that's-
you do wake up. You're not in your kitchen with the fields in the background and the ska going to work and a delicious breakfast and your father. Instead, you wake up in a strange tent with a strange man sleeping next to you who reeks of the alcohol that he's been drinking all night. What? How do you feel?
So actually, with her night terrors, she wakes up and like there's a line of pillows between us, like right along like where we would be.
Right.
This
And-
is your
Great.
side.
and the camera sort of pans over, and it looks like Diedrich is sleeping. But as he's like on his side with his arms crossed, and as the camera moves over, he's just wide-eyed, like hasn't been sleeping most of the night because she's been kicking back and forth and thrashing and wailing or whatever.
Right, yeah. So not only is she getting flashbacks and night terrors, she's also taking a hit to the self-esteem. Perfect.
More fan art from Aaron Saito senpai.
Oh God,
So good.
that's
Too many windows.
It could be the best one we've seen so far. I really
That
love
is
the
freaking
little
amazing.
hearts.
Holy shit.
The hearts
what a
really bring
perfect
it
scene to
together.
link it. What a perfect scene to link it.
That is
Oh.
amazing.
You thought I was going one
Perfect.
way with the show, and now we're going another way with the show. And he's
Yep.
like, "No, wait. What about the sexy time?"
What happened
Right.
to the
I thought this was the sexiest RPG on Twitch.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's the new title.
Yeah. Oh, he actually
the
says,
Mistborn Adventure
"Thanks for
Game,
having a
sexiest
dark and
RPG on
depressing
Twitch."
scene while doing this.
But yeah, so yeah, we come in back to the tent. We see Diedrich like kind of just like, holy shit, what the hell is happening? Like just wide eyed, and then pan over the line of pillows to Valette, just like, like doing like the like she's asleep, but like she's not actually really getting any rest. She's like actually like thrashing or whatever, and just like whimpering and like crying, like tears are running down her face, like there's like sweat, like a sheen of sweat on her face is like
There's a moment. There's a moment in the night where.
oh my
There's a
god,
moment there's
the
a
terrorists
moment.
outside are like, yeah, all right.
Oh God! I mean, at least we don't have to pretend anymore. There's a moment in the middle of
And
the
actually,
night
yeah,
where
'cause she wakes up and just does like a
there's a
like,
moment in
just
the
like-
night where Diedrich is like reaching for his hidden Mistborn vial, and he's just like, I could just soothe her. I could get soothe her and go to sleep, and it would be, I would get a full night's rest. You know,
horrible. You're a horrible person.
and he's like this close to
Yeah.
doing it, and he's like, but I'm gonna need these medals on the mission probably.
Oh
I
yeah,
just,
so that's the reason not to do it.
Wow.
Not the fact that it would be a horrible,
Yeah,
horrible
Not
thing.
that it would be a dick move.
be a complete.
She's having
shit.
night terrors.
Fine. I mean,
Is it not actually therapeutic to have your emotions soothed when you're racked with night terrors?
Hashtag
I
free
posed the
will. You heard
question.
it here from Dr. Wreckage.
But yeah, so so like we were joking, like so maybe that actually like because she wakes up like does like shoots up like sitting up out of bed just like, and then she just immediately takes the blanket off. She's wearing like I think we do see her like it's like sleeping attire and it's kind of like a nightgownish kind of thing. So like it wasn't meant completely. She didn't do what the fan art was, of course, but it was like, oh, look what she's wearing. That's something.
You had a chance to just walk into the fan art scene and go kneel next to Diedrich, and you're choosing not to take it. God damn it.
It's not canon.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna make it
It's
canon.
gonna be. Yeah. So she
You have
immediately
no
slips
power
out of bed.
here.
She immediately slips out of bed and like puts her hands to her arm, like she like does this because she feels the cold of the north, grabs a cloak and just puts it around her, and then she looks to the bed, and then just looks away and like heads out of the tent.
Okay. And this is
yeah.
in the morning, or is this in the middle of the night?
I'd assume like, maybe
Okay.
like
Yeah, there are
3 in
two
the morning, something
terracemen
like that.
outside. One of them hands you, like, they're on either side of the tent. One of them, like, hands you a warmed cup of, like, liquid, and the other one hands you, like, travel sausages and, like, bay leaf wrap.
She kind of like seeing them makes her like jump a little bit, just because like anything probably would. And she like it takes her a second, but she like reluctantly takes both and just moves to sit. Is there like a fire going
Oh,
with
yeah,
like
definitely.
seats around it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. She like moves over to the fire and just sits there.
There's two
Staring
fires.
into the fire,
There's,
like-
there's the like, noble fire, and then there's, like, the shitty, scraggly, like, they throw all their garbage on it to light it on
The
fire.
trash bin
terrace
fire, a bunch of hobos around it.
Oh yes, yeah. She definitely goes to the noble fire, if only for the smell.
Also, yeah,
And,
like what time of night would you be doing this? Like
I think
what,
we established it was
like-
morning.
Yeah, like 2 or like
early
like,
morning?
like 2 or 3 in the morning, something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it would be during the time where Vyse was scouting and he would be in the camp.
Oh, probably
No.
not. Unless
Definitely
he
not
was
in
up
the
that
morning.
late.
No.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody like says anything or does anything, but yeah, she just goes and sits by the fire. Clearly she's not having a good time. She's just like staring at it like there's like bags under her eyes. Very very clear that like there's
Oh
like
man, this gets back to my dad. He is not gonna. He's not gonna question me anymore.
shit. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, so like we see like with the fire hitting her face, we definitely see like the kind of the flash as like the stream that the tears
Or are you still snoozing with a bruising because you had to stay up? Oh, we lost Wreckage.
No, I'm here. Am I not here?
Oh.
He just slipped
I was
behind
like,
the
hey,
curtain.
Wreckage, let's talk about Diedrich. And you're like, boom, I'm gone.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, are you down with this, like, Valette situation? Are you still sleeping? Are you a light sleeper? Like, did you hear Valette get up? Or are you still snoozing with a bruising because you had to stay up? Oh, we lost Wreckage.
No, I'm here. Am I not here?
Oh.
He just slipped
I was
behind
like,
the
hey,
curtain.
Wreckage, let's talk about Diedrich. And you're like, boom, I'm gone.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, are you down with this, like, Valette situation? Are you still sleeping? What's going on?
So, like I said, her night terrors were keeping me up. So the second that she gets up and goes to the fire to
Well,
like,
this is morning. This is like her waking up in the morning.
all right. So
early.
It's like 2:30. Like it's still nighttime.
okay, so it's still nighttime. So I still have a chance to sleep. So I'm like, thank God, and I fall asleep.
Shit. God damn it.
Yeah, Valette. I think we have a Monsieur scene where he
Right.
comes and sits by the fire with what's obviously a giant glass of alcohol and, like, crystal glass something. He's just like, Valette, I see you're still up.
Yeah, she like takes it like and looks up to him like and just nods.
I hope you've been enjoying my tent. I trust my son's been showing you the accommodations.
It's bigger, I guess.
So yeah, he's just like nodding like, yes, of course. Perfect. Well, I hope that my son is every bit as charming as he occasionally can be.
Yeah. He's
He
been
phrases everything so shitty.
great.
I know that it seems like he's emotionally dead inside, but it's just the copper he burns. It makes him a little salty.
Sure. Was there something you wanted?
Oh, I just wanted to check on you, my girl. I hope you are taking this trip well. I know it could be difficult for you, seeing Diedrich return to his old stomping grounds. He's been here a few times, but...
Old stomping grounds.
Yes, I assure you, he definitely is probably over that now that he has you.
And I think she actually kind of looks a little confused because I don't think Valette ever actually knew what this what happened here. I don't think anybody ever actually she never learned that, and so she kind of kind of looks back confused and then what are you talking about?
No one explained this to you. Ah, I see. This trip is for your young man, Vyse, is it? Your brother? There's
Yes.
been some question between myself and your aunt as to whether he actually is a man, and so we're bringing him out here to maybe wet his steel. I feel like that's a very Mistborn term. Maybe he'll snap. Who can say? Diedrich's been out here a few times with me and some of my other sons, just in general.
He'll snap in one manner of speaking.
I think she gets it. She gets it now, and is her eyes just oh, wow, okay.
There's
kinda
nothing to
surprised,
be concerned about. It's just a tradition here in the North. It's the way we do things. You have to understand, this is a very different dominance than perhaps where you've come from. We're mostly a tourist depot. We have to provide entertainment for anyone willing to come up here. And for many, you understand this can be entertaining, like your night with Diedrich tonight, perhaps? I hope he was entertaining, at least. I tried to raise him right.
She looks up just I think it's it's blank with a hint of I'm not sure. I guess it's mostly blank because it's just she's there's so much that she doesn't know which way to go, and so she just kind of looks up because she's angry, she's upset, she's confused, just all this stuff, and she just looks up and I think she looks back to the fire and realizes something, and then she looks back up and he's quite the man.
Well, that's good to hear. At least he inherited something from me.
Yeah.
Because he's certainly not going to inherit anything from me, if you know what I mean.
So
Well, Valette,
he's really been here many times to do
4 or 5,
that?
I'd say. He doesn't come nearly as often as Chadwick or myself, but it's not like we have to drag him along.
Oh, okay. And she takes another sip well, I'm sure Vyse appreciates the trip.
Yeah. Do we want to fade out there and cut to some next scene?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
The next day,
Yep.
let's
The next
move
day.
things along.
Yeah. What's happening?
This has got to be our cover for scouting out the mines. We're taking Vyse to the mines. This is it's the next day. We're in the area finally. So
Do we have any
Day
like,
one.
little private place we could have a party like powwow, basically. Plan this out.
Where Odalys can tell Vyse he may need to have sex with someone for the good of all.
My God.
Sure.
Can it be in the swanky tent?
No.
You can have a get together in the swanky tent if you want. You tell me where we're setting this scene.
It's a big ass tent. We can just use the back of it.
I mean, yeah, I guess like that's the only place that we could presumably
So
go
what does
unheard.
this place look like? Like there are pillows all over the place now. It
Well,
looks.
Have
It
you
looks
ever
kind of
seen
like
like
someone was
the
rolling around on
yeah
the floor, right?
yeah?
I'm
It's like
curious
the
as to what
tent from
Odalys
Harry
and
Potter
Vyse's
where it's bigger
thoughts
on the
are
inside.
when you enter.
I think Odalys like takes a look around and just kind of nods like, "Oh, good, she took my advice."
Diedrich
God.
is still sleeping, is what's happening. When everybody else comes to the
Oh.
meeting,
Oh,
Diedrich
good.
is like
She
half
definitely
covered
took my advice.
he's half covered in a blanket and just snoring because this is
And
like
there's
hour
still like
six
a
that he-
line of pillows behind you.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can still see the line of pillows that separated the bed,
And
though.
I was like, Vyse just looks at like the pillow barrier and he's like, that doesn't seem practical.
Seems like an
I don't think
after-sex
Valette's
defense mechanism.
Yeah.
I don't think Valette's there.
Yeah, you didn't come to the planning meeting.
Anyways, I thought that Valette was going to be here. Where is she?
I love that you storm into this tent. Neither of the people you expect are there are actually there.
Well, one of them is. He's just
Yeah, I guess.
asleep.
Well, I guess. If she knew that the plan, if she knew that this was gonna be a planning meeting, like, yeah. So maybe you guys walk in and like see just him sleeping, and like, oh, this is weird, and then like a few moments later, like you hear her like steps behind you and like, sorry, I'm late.
Vyse just walks over and snaps his fingers in front of Diedrich.
I walk over and I just go like, wake up, and I just like I hit something under the blankets. I'm not sure where I hit, but it's like, wake up.
Good morning. And then he sort of like covers himself up with the blankets, and then realizes like he went to sleep clothed anyway because it was super awkward. And he's like, oh, and then just drops the blankets. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Everybody sleep well?
Well enough. Not as well as you, apparently.
Well, gotta get sleep where you can get it.
It doesn't look like he sleep well. He still looks tired.
So does Valette. Perhaps that's a good sign, eh?
Maybe this
And
tent
now
is-
everybody thinks that something happened that didn't happen.
like, I don't
Yep.
Love it.
the,
I think Vyse is
Anime
probably the
confirmed.
only one. I think that Vyse is the only one
Anime
that,
confirmed.
that realizes that was
No,
not.
because like, why would there be a pillow barrier?
See,
That's how
like,
we do it.
Odalys is
You gotta-
like the after-sex pillow barrier is totally a thing.
After sex pillow barrier.
Vyse is just like, what is a woman?
If you use the pillow, it helps facilitate conception.
A miserable pile of
A
nightmares.
miserable fire of secrets.
I feel so bad because Valette's just like, yeah, we slept fine.
Mm-hmm.
No problems. No. Full night's sleep. Wasn't kept up all night for any reason.
Plan.
Yeah. Vyse. Mine's. Awkward.
I got a good look at the entrance of the mines last night. Seems to be a giant metal door burrowed
Yeah.
into the side of the cave.
Yep. It's you gotta have that sort of thing because of the very strong sometimes the thing.
Is there anything more that you can share with us?
Yeah. So the
Anything,
mine.
Diedrich?
Well, they're not a nice place, and I don't like being here, and I don't envy Vyse's mission, this little thing, but we're all going to have to get the grand tour, so to speak, from my father in order to actually find this guy that we need to find.
Right,
When you-
right.
when-
What do
when you
you
said-
mean by my mission?
When you said I don't like being here, Valette like perked up a little bit and looked over, and then looked down again.
Listen, Vyse, you're going to have to pretend that... Well, I guess you're not even going to have to. My father can think whatever he wants about you. He's going to try and set you up with a terrorist woman.
Like, set me up how? Like,
He
Like-
expects you to go into a room,
Sexually.
have sex with her, and then later on he's going to kill her.
that? Don't, and me?
Yes, Vyse. It's a very vital part of our plan.
I don't,
It's imperative that you fulfill it.
I don't,
And the death of
I-
terrorist women
I-
is tragic, I know, but
I
if we are to do what we are set out to do,
just don't think I'm her type.
yeah, I think that Odalys literally laughs at that. Like,
No, I think Diedrich is also laughing out loud at that part. Oh, man.
I'm afraid
Valette
that
not, of
her,
course, but Adam.
I'm
I
afraid that
I feel
her
bad for
opinion does
laughing at that
not.
one.
I'm afraid her opinion does not matter in this Vyse.
Well, what if I just pretend to be the terrorist woman?
She's still going to be killed by my father.
What if...
You can go ahead and pretend, but you should at least make a good show of that pretend.
Well,
We might as well enjoy herself since her life will be forfeit either way.
oh, no. We can't have a terrorist person die on our watch, not when we're being tested by the terrorist resistance.
This happens every day, every week, every month. Not to make it sound trivial, but
Yes,
this
but
man
the
that
point
they've
of the
captured
test
is-
is to prove that we're better than that.
the man who's been captured that has the secrets of the rebellion is the target, and we have no other way into the mind other than thinking that we're taking you for your first time.
That specific phrase sounds like we're playing Star Wars. You're like, the man who has the secrets of the rebellion. I was like, oh shit, is this Caleb? Wait, no, wrong game.
Is this when we hear that many Bothans died for this information?
Many terrorist men died to bring us this information.
That's literally true, though. Okay.
They're
Oh.
So
building
Vyse is just
something.
like, I don't think I can, do that thing. Wouldn't be kosher.
I mean, would it be terribly untasteful, Valette, for you to give your brother some confidence?
I just looked at Vyse.
I look at Valette and I'm like, I know what you're thinking. No.
Do you like back away from her? Maybe like put an object between you and her? Like, no,
Big step
no, we've
back.
done this before.
Big step back. He's just like, no. I've caught on.
I don't think it would help. If he's actively trying not to, if he knows I'm doing it, and he's actively pushing it down, it's going to be hard for me to riot it.
Vyse,
Don't try to riot me, Peter.
Vyse, we're just trying to help you. You're going to have to do this whether you want to or not, and the least we could do is make you think that you want to.
When you say it like that, it sounds distasteful.
Why can't
Listen,
you
what
do
you're
it?
doing is for the good of the house. Please, Vyse.
But it's
I always
not-
thought you were a better man than your sister.
Well, my sister is a woman.
Diedrich is stifling another laugh.
He's very literal. It's very literal.
I would say that you knew what I mean, but obviously you do not. Listen, Vyse. I've had to slap some sense into Valette. Do I need to slap some sense into you as well?
I feel like that might not help in the direction you're trying to go. You know, low pain tolerance and all that.
Listen, Vyse. What we're doing is very delicate.
Mm.
Don't prove my father right. We need to succeed at this.
I mean, I can give it my best try.
The rebellion wouldn't have sent us up here if they didn't think you could do whatever it took to get their man out. If we gotta do it, we gotta do it. Okay?
I mean, I don't mean to be contradictory, but I think the rebellion sent us out here because they don't have an option here at all.
Right. We're their option.
Right, the rebellion sent us because they don't have an inn and we do. So, I'll fulfill
And-
my purpose to them.
You're that in, Vyse. And
This is important
Diedrich
to
gives
them.
him a hearty slap on the back.
Vyse almost falls over.
Vyse, what would be worse? Doing this and fulfilling the mission, or going back and telling them that you failed because you couldn't do it?
No, you're right. You're right, I just hope we aren't judged for this.
All right, so, Vyse, you're also our tin eye.
Yes.
You're going to have to pass it off to my father that rather than take you straight where you need to go, you'd like to have a bit of a tour. You're going to have to keep your eyes open to try and find where they're holding our man. It's most likely the most secure part of the mines, or somewhere that he could be interrogated if the Inquisitor were to come visiting.
Well, seeing is one thing. Hearing might be a bit hard because of the pickaxes. A lot of ambient sound in the mine.
Yeah, that. Well, you'll just have to do your best. We'll also keep our eyes open. I'll see if I can't tactfully look around myself. But this is our chance to scout out our mission, essentially, people. So all eyes and ears on deck and so forth for anything suspicious.
Okay, alright, I can do this. Let's... I can't do this. I have to though. I'm going to do it.
Good.
Do you
You're
want?
like
I was-
Woody
do you need help?
Allen right now? You're like, I can't do this. Nope. Wait. Yep. I have. To.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
"No,
literally
I don't wanna."
spacing back and forth. He's like, all right, you can do it. No, I can't, but you
All right,
have to,
I
but
riot Vyse.
should.
I definitely riot Vyse.
Right. Let's do it. Tell me what you're attempting to riot.
I'm attempting to riot his confidence.
I don't think he has a lot of confidence right now.
I mean, there's like a little bit of confidence because you told him, like, look, the rebellion's depending on you.
Is Diedrich gonna ride him at the same time?
Nope.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, it's difficulty 4.
We can't metal rolls, right?
You can trade up your metal rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Power hungry then probably would come into play.
How is that coming into play? Explain it to me.
This is the
because
mission.
Exactly. This is the mission.
I feel like
if
intent
Vyse-
supplies way more than power hungry does.
That's true.
Can't they both apply?
I'm not seeing a lot of power hungry. I'm seeing a lot
Yeah.
of intense though. You're like,
I
"We
like
gotta do
it's
this."
definitely
Sure.
intense, but I'm not sold on power hungry.
Okay, sure.
Power hungry would be like, I'm gonna make my brother do what I want because I can.
Because I can.
Because I have the power.
Exactly.
Yeah, metals are power. Your dad said so, right?
Metals are
But he
power.
also said to protect your brother.
Are you happy, Daddy? Are you happy?
Are you saying
is
that
what
as
you
you're
wanted.
riding him? So here's the question: are you literally gonna like pop off a cork, swallow some zinc real quick, and then ride him? That's gonna be.
I
madness.
have one. I have one in.
Oh,
He
Imagine
wouldn't have
it's
been
interesting.
sleeping with
When
metal
did you take
thing.
that?
Yeah.
When did you take that?
So it's mission day, so I took it with her
Okay.
breakfast sausage.
All right. Yeah. Very
Yeah,
well.
I imagine Valette like usually does that, like because she has a bunch of them. So like, just like
Yeah.
it's like taking your pills at the beginning of the day.
It's
Just
like in the Mistborn
Opposite.
canon that sleeping with metals inside you is bad.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
you'll
Obviously, when she goes to
definitely
sleep,
die from
she burns it out. But yeah, she has a bunch. She has a few different. How many does she have? She's a few things of it. So
it's only
You only
20
have
minutes per
3.
charge. Are you gonna flare here or what?
I'm not gonna flare. I have enduring emotions, so it lasts an hour.
So your charge will only last for 20 minutes of time, but the people you landed on. So for right now, it's going to take a minute of burning to hype Vyse
That's
up.
20 minutes of burning. 20
Right.
minutes of burning.
Right.
Yep. 20 minutes.
If
Well,
you have
like,
19
she's not gonna riot me the whole way through. She just wants to make me more
Yeah,
decisive.
she's
at the
enduring
moment.
it now. So here's the deal: you have 19 minutes of riding left after this. You have a difficulty 4. You're not flaring it, so you don't get a bonus die for that.
Yeah, well, if I flare, I'm not sure what would happen if I
If
flared
you
it.
flare, it becomes extremely obvious to Vyse. Like Vyse knows I'm being fucked.
Right?
with.
Yeah. It also the person also loses control of themselves, so that'd be bad.
I think that's kind of what you're aiming for, but we'll see.
Well,
So Vyse, I have to ask, how... I mean, I feel like Valette definitely telegraphed this move, right? She was like, do you need me to write?
Totally
You
did.
were like, no, and now she's flaring you. So you... Let's see.
It's probably a familiar feeling. Tug on his emotions.
You can oppose Zinc with Wits or Charm. And I feel like Wits is definitely the way that you're doing this, because you haven't been charming at all this morning. Not to
Yeah,
shit on
but
you,
I feel like Vyse is too preoccupied to even want to oppose, and I feel like
Just gonna let
his
it happen.
sibling underling drive wouldn't make him oppose Valette.
Okay, all right. Yeah, like, you're like, no, don't do it, and then on the inside you're like, oh,
Just like, yeah.
let it
He's
happen.
like, no, don't ride me, but
just
then
let it happen.
it's like,
it's
well, I
fine.
guess Valette knows what to do.
All right, difficulty 4.
Okay.
Doing what I can to mess this roll up, and I can't stop it. Boom, nailed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And a nudge. What good things can I do with nudges?
I feel like you can make him extra confident, like
Cool. Awesome. Yeah.
Da-da.
Yeah. So not only is he confident, he's like, you know what? I got this, yo. It gets his little spring in his step now. Yeah.
Yeah, you literally look like you walked out of a Viagra commercial. Viagra sponsoring this show tonight.
So is that a
Can we get
complication?
retroactive sponsorships? Is that a thing?
Did you know that Viagra can stop you from having a pulmonary embolism?
Actually,
So is
I
that-
did, because it was made
is
to do
that
all
a,
sorts of weird art stuff.
Is that a serious burden or a complication?
That's neither. It's just something
Oh.
that happens as a result of the metals.
Yeah. It kind
Valette
of
was not
the
using the metals to attack you, just to...
Yeah.
To
It kind of the actual effect of
emotionalize
zinc kind of stinks because all it does is give me extra charm roll dice.
you. You can use it offensively as a weapon to bludgeon somebody to death with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So really, this a
emotional
lot of
death.
this is just like I'm just making you confident. So you are more confident, but there's not too many actual effects.
I mean, I feel like you can definitely take the temporary trait extra confident.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah. It's weird because Diedrich
All right,
should
yeah.
be the one
So yeah,
walking with the spring
okay, yeah. So
himself.
in the painting the scene, like Vyse is like pacing back and forth, like I can do this, I can't do this. Who would ever do this? This is stupid. It's the mission, but it's really bad. I can't do it. He's just like doing that back and forth. I'm just sitting there with my arms crossed. Like the camera comes back to me, just like obviously had a like just terrible night. I'm pissed that like all of this is happening. They think I had sex and that's why I'm so tired. But I feel like it's obvious I didn't have sex, and that's why. And I'm tired because of other reasons, but no one seems to get it. I'm just staring at Vyse, like flip flopping around about this, and I just like my head just tilts forward as I just like send these thoughts at him and rip into his mind, find confidence, and just like here we go, rank, just yank it out, and I hear.
Right.
Now you're confident.
Now
Go.
you just have to roleplay a very confident Vyse. No problems.
Oh boy. Yeah, so Vyse just sort of pauses and he's like, Alright, I can do this. I can prove that I am a man.
Yeah. Can we have another scene real quick? I feel like
Sure, go for it.
definitely Molcier wants to have a scene with Odalys before you guys leave for the mines.
Yeah, all right, I'm down.
So I think he invites you into his now small tent, the shitty tent he got for Diedrich.
Right. All
It's
right.
very close, and he's got a bottle of wine, and he's like pouring you a glass, and sitting down, crossing his legs, and just like folding his arms, and like offering you the glass, and is like, "Yes, Odalys, there's something I wanted to talk to you about."
Yes, how can I help you?
So he takes like a short sip of alcohol. I know that we've been a little flirtatious over the last few days and months, but I have to tell you, I'm not looking to have an affair or anything. I know that you are waiting to get over your husband's death, and it took me a while to get past all the issues with my wife. If you feel like we can have a relationship together, let me know. It doesn't have to be now, just let me know. And on that very same line of discussion, you don't have to say anything. I don't want to force your boy Vyse into anything. If he's not ready to be a man yet, if he's not confident enough,
I'm not like Odalys is not believing this line of bullshit. Is there like a role I can make to like
Sense
oppose-
motive.
like sense motive here, like to try to figure out what he's really playing at?
Yeah. So
I'm not sure if it apply. I'm not sure if it's only in under the zinc. It says you can roll charm versus charm to try and see someone's emotions. That's like just a thing you can do.
Is that something you want to try to do? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, prideful, obviously is going to be right up there.
So it's charm versus charm is what you said it was?
Yep.
Okay, I'm trying to think if any of these really apply. Possibly dilettante as far as being able to have conversations with people and tell, like, when they're full of air versus when they're full of substance.
Sure. I mean, your
Okay.
relationship with him is built off of that, so I feel like definitely it can be used here. So that's 5 charm dice.
Yeah. Ambitious House doesn't work. Poisoner doesn't work. Tall is not my
Disease
favorite
being
character.
genuine.
Oh,
you
you
just
know what?
forced Vyse into something.
You know what? I got this. He's
No.
actually he's gonna give himself a bonus die by saying something like, "I know that your house has been on difficult times ever since you lost control of your ska, but it's a different way up here. It's a slower life."
I get an advancement for that, don't I?
You do. If you stay for a while, I think you'll realize that life is calmer here, quieter. Perhaps it might grow to your liking, just like I might grow to your liking.
Well, he's being very forward.
Nailed.
All right,
that
can I take a pragmatic for that? Because like if he's being serious, maybe I should take him up on it. But if he's not, I definitely should not.
Yeah, I'll allow for it. Go ahead.
All right, cool.
All right, so he's rolling 6 die.
I am also rolling 6 die.
Well, that's nice. You got paired 5s. And a
I also got
nudge.
5. No!
Boom!
Dang it!
Dang
it!
You
Dang it.
were attempting to read him, right? And he seems completely honest with you. This is a side of him you haven't seen before. Like, maybe it's just because you're in the middle of nowhere and there's no one who could interrupt you. Like, there's no one who could possibly tin him, right? There's no one burning tin here. There's no outsiders. No one could just show up. He feels like he can be completely honest with you.
So, Vyse, were you burning tin? Did you hear this whole conversation?
I love how you're immediately like, by the way.
Let's see.
But
You know what? I feel like if we were in a security meeting, Vyse would be burning tin just to make sure we're not being eavesdropped on.
Go ahead and make a tin roll.
Easy peasy. Easy rolls, easy life. Let's go. Give me some big pairs.
failed
Nope,
completely.
that's just one. That's a 6
that's because you put a
that's
S
a
in there instead of a D.
Look, alright. Big rolls, big money, pair of 5s, and a nudge. Let's go.
Yeah,
Bam.
you hear everything.
Vote for me.
More importantly, like, you hear his heartbeat, you, like, can hear his breathing rate. It's all completely steady. Like,
Oh, am I like Daredevil right
yeah,
now?
you're lie detecting him right now. He's not full of shit at this moment. You hear Odalys and him talking. What are your thoughts? Like, are you worried? Like, oh shit, this dude's actually hitting on my aunt, and like,
yeah,
sirs.
I think you actually, since you're like in that intense moment, I think you hear Odalys's heart pick up a little bit as she is like, he's really a dirtbag, but it's been a long time since someone has been genuinely interested in me.
and not paid for.
Right, exactly.
I think Vyse just said something under his breath. He's just like, this man is being completely genuine, and you forced me into this.
What's interesting is that when you're whispering it, it's going to be super loud in your own ears.
Yeah. Although I can hear it, like, it's, to me, it's like I'm talking normally, but like other people, it's completely under the breath.
I feel like this is the moment where like a servant stumbles in, and you know he's coming because you can hear him, and he's just like, sausage, and to you it's like he's like, sausage.
Yeah. Tin goes off, is just like, leave.
But he like nods and just like leaves a like a tin plate of sausage on the end of the still messed up bed that.
Good, I crack a bit of tin off the
Valette
plate and
slept
eat
in
it.
the bed. Yeah. Okay, you're like eating the sausage. We cut back to Odalys and our good friend Monsieur. Yeah, he just like offers you the bottle of wine after his comments. Just like, here, take the rest of this bottle of wine if you need it.
Yeah, and I think she'll take a swig off of it, similar to what I've been doing all night. And I think she takes a moment to kind of compose herself after having a drink, and she says, "Listen, Messieurs, you're right. I need time. What you're saying is very flattering, and you are in a very powerful house, at least here. And perhaps an actual relationship is a possibility."
Yeah, so when you say that, he holds up a hand and is like, my mother still runs the house. Please. There's no need to consider this a brokerage of power. I know that I needed to essentially sell my son to you, but he could be doing so much more with his life, and instead is just eating apples. I assume you've gotten into his trade of eating things and climbing on the
The
outsides
family
of
tradition.
Your son is a interesting
He's a
man, you
useless,
could
lazy
say.
layabout. He's nothing like his brothers. Chadwick is extremely forthcoming, honorable, courageous, prideful. He's everything that House
Laughing in the
Gemrel
distance.
could and should be. One day soon, he'll get married and move to Luthadel like all of his aunts and uncles, and perhaps soon I may join him out there in Luthadel, where it's fantastic. Have you ever seen Luthadel? It really is quite a place. The center of the empire.
I've heard many rumors, but I've not had an opportunity to go myself.
So he
He
like
spent the
smiles
last-
into his drink and he's like, I'd love to show you one day.
Yeah, and I think she smiles back at him, like a genuine smile. But like it's not because she likes him, but it's like, oh, he could actually get me to Luthadel. That's a thing.
You're like, Optional side quest 1 achieved. Get to Lucidel.
Right,
Quest 2,
yeah.
take over city.
Yeah. So yeah, she's like she's got like a the interest she has in him is genuine, but it's not for himself, even though he's a looker. It's more for what he can offer, even though he's like trying to downplay the power.
I see. You're just using him for his money and wealth and influence. Oh no, Skype.
Box on the
Skype.
he might actually be legit in this. You know?
Yeah. I mean, let's remember here, most of the angle framing of Molciar we've seen so far comes from Diedrich's point of view, but we've already established that Diedrich is a lifelong pathological liar who's lazy and useless.
This guy has also actively insulted me in front of large groups of people.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
insulted
he's
my wife
also-
in front of her aunt.
Well, to be fair, your wife
My
just had
nephew
night
as
terrors,
well.
and you were like, your wife just had night terrors, and when she got up because she couldn't sleep, you were like, oh, good, now I can go to
Maybe
sleep.
I could soothe her. Like, yeah, there might be a bit more to the power dynamic between you and your father than has previously been established. I just wanted to make that clear.
He called Valette a floozy in public. That's all that there needs to be. Not all that needs to be said.
Oh, you're standing up for her for that, huh? Maybe there is something there after all.
It's almost like he wanted you to defend her.
Damn.
No, you're just trying to make a cartoonishly evil
sure?
person.
Are you sure
Gray
that I
now.
wouldn't play a villain in a Mistborn game who is wheels within wheels within wheels? You sure, Wreckage?
I
It's
would
almost
say
like
you're backpedaling on his cartoonish evilness, and I appreciate it. And
it's almost like he's adding layers to a character. How interesting.
Whoa, it's like there's always another secret.
Boom. Nailed it. Tagline the show right there.
I think I died.
There's
There's
inside.
always another
Call
secret.
Brandon Sanderson and just be like, what's up, man? You just got Kelsey. Yeah. I know everyone here wants to know what's going on. So let's jump to you entering the facility. As it's like a roller door, so as they slide the steel door of the mine entrance out of the way, and you hear like the it's like a garage door without a garage door opener, but sideways rather than up is the best way to describe it. It's surprisingly well lit inside. A number of torches line the wall. It immediately goes from like the steel frame of the exterior superstructure of the entrance into, you know, it's definitely a mine. Like, it's hewn out of solid stone and ore. You can see a faint resonance of like copper to some extent, and it's an extremely long tunnel. Like, you can't see the end of where this tunnel cuts off from where you're currently at, and there are several rooms to the left and right that break off every few meters, and an acolyte of the Inquisition just comes forward in his steel-colored robes, and has his obligator tattoos and shaved head, and is joined by a younger, smaller female acolyte with only like 2 facial tattoos. And the man gestures to your group and is like, I understand that you'll be back, scions of the General family, but who are these newcomers? This isn't our arrangement. And Molciar is just like, they can answer for themselves. And he gestures to Vyse and then pushes Vyse in front.
But that
do
confidence
this.
use.
Alright, so, yeah. Yeah, I think he just, like, goes up to him and is like, yeah, introduces himself. Or whatever.
So, you are from one of the visiting houses, House Martell. I see. I don't think we've ever had a House Martell member up here. Ah, nope. I see. Yes, of course. Him. Well, is there a particular preference you have, young man?
No, I think I'll take a round around the place and, surmise it.
I'm afraid we can't allow you to go wandering around the facility. We'll present you with a selection, and you can choose the features that best match your fancy.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I'm like, my dear man, I need to see all of your selection. I'm quite particular.
So the obligator raises an eyebrow, oh, and looks at Molcier, and Molcier's looking at Valette and Diedrich and Odalys, is Vyse serious right now? I'm paying for this, so.
And I think Odalys has a look of pride almost on her face.
Go get him.
Because she's trying to project
oh my God,
it as
is Odalys Scar from Lion King?
that was my secret. That was my deepest secret. No.
I feel like you have many traits which match up with him, however.
That's pretty accurate, except I did not kill my brother and steal his throne. I did kill my husband and steal his throne.
Yeah, so there's a...
Long live the Lord Ruler.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, well, how does he...
Don't worry about it.
Kind of prideful.
Yeah.
I think he definitely locks eyes with Dee and is that your dad is going to have to pay for this trip. He offered to do it, but to get the, full treatment requires a big payment. And he's just is this kid worth it? He's giving you significant glance, adventuring party style. Did you just go maybe?
Yeah, I kind of just do it back hey, man, it's your call. I do that sort of gesture. Yeah, I don't know this guy. I've got my arm around Valette, I'm just I'm just here to support my stepbrother, that sort of thing. Hey, man, whatever you want to do. It's not my money.
So, Molcier steps forward and wraps his arm around Vyse's shoulders, and with the hand reaches into his coat and pulls out several steel-labeled documents, thin sheets of steel that have been marked with several trade agreements, and hands them to the obligator. And the obligator's eyebrows are both beep, 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 beep. And he's very well. I will have all of the terrace women available. It will take a few minutes to bring them forward.
Just take as much time as you want. I would request a small moment alone with my aunt.
Yes, please feel free to use any one of our waiting rooms.
Sure. He goes to one.
So this is a weird situation for Molcier, right? Vyse and Odalys are going to go off to a room together. He wants to leave Valette and Diedrich alone, which means he needs to go stand in one of these rooms alone with maybe some of his terrace servants. So I guess he does that. He's Molcier out. Boom. And just goes and keeps day drinking in a room alone.
Holy shit, Molcier's so sad.
What are Valette and Diedrich doing?
So, are we alone now?
Yeah. I guess Vyse and Odalys are going into a room together.
What's the room like? What's the setup of the waiting rooms like? What else do I know about the makeup of the mine?
Yeah, so this is as far into the mines as you normally go. In fact, by normally I mean always. The rooms are anywhere by 10 by 10 to several hundred square feet. Sometimes upwards of the thousands. They're all hewn from stone, but the closer the rooms are to the outside, the more well-worked they are. They're furnished, right? They're not like a bunk bed. They're a serious noble bedroom kind of deal, of various kinds, but mostly large, multiple-person occupancy beds with soft cushions and lots of terrace tapestries, and some rooms are like very like Luthadelian, kind of a lot of artwork of spires, lots of like pictures and depictions of the deepness and the Lord Ruler. There's one room that's basically just like pictures of the Lord Ruler everywhere, and then like the ceiling is one giant Lord Ruler portrait.
Jesus.
Yeah. We'll get back to Diedrich and Vyse. I'm just curious as to what your plan is. Are you guys going to stand in the hallway? Are you taking a room? Are you going to go with Molcier? Like, what's the plan?
Valette would want to be, I guess, depending on what happens, like if anyone's like, oh, would you want to come with us? She would be like, she's going to try to be alone with Diedrich.
Okay.
Yeah, the
if you
default
just
is sort of that
stand
we
here,
would get
you'll
our
be
own
alone
room.
with Diedrich.
I think we'll take a room to
Take a room. Okay.
to talk about the plan as it unfolds actively.
To be alone in.
Yeah, you guys go along
You're
in the
gonna
room.
get a room.
So
Exactly,
maybe
trying to make it happen.
the camera like follows Diedrich and Valette as they're picking a room, and then sharply right turns and goes into the room that Odalys and Vyse are in. What's the conversation like?
Well, what's the room like, first of all?
You know what? This is a system and a show where players add details. You all tell me what this.
All right,
particular
so if
room
Vyse
looks
is
like.
allowed to pick a room, he picks the Luthadel style one.
Lots of Credic Shaw spire ornamentation, lots of like gold plating everywhere. Steel.
Is there like a table with a couple chairs?
Of course.
So Vyse just walks in, closes the door, motions for Odalys to like sit.
Yeah, she's a little bit confused, but she sits.
He just puts his hands together and he's like, I happened to hear your conversation this morning with Molcier.
Oh, I see.
You know my senses are quite keen. Everything from hearing to sight.
And I think she like takes this opportunity to try to steer this conversation back to like the moment at hand, and is like, perhaps that will help you out these as you fulfill your duties in this part of the plan.
You know that Molcier offered me a way out. And you didn't tell me.
You know that what he was offering was sure. He was trying to impress me.
See, I don't believe so. I am very confident that he was telling the truth. Because his heart rate was constant, his breathing was constant. Everything about him was still and genuine. Unlike your heart rate.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I think Odalys has the decency to blush at that comment. Listen, Vyse. I don't have the same talents that you do. I can't always tell when someone is truth or lies. All I have to go on is what he has done up until this point. What he has said to me was very flattering, and what he has offered to you is also very flattering. Please,
and
Vyse.
if you would have told me about it earlier, I would have told you he was being truthful.
And you would have taken his out and ruined our chances at completing this mission.
Oh, I fully intend on taking his out.
Now that he's paid for it, I intend to back out. Boom. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is a serious
No.
moment. There's so much I wanted to interrupt, but now it's like, yeah, now that he's produce the dollar bill.
I think we get like a scene similar to what we had a few episodes ago, where Odalys just reaches up and slaps Vyse
Yay!
right in the face.
Vyse, in his vague confidence, will try his best to resist
Oh
the
shit!
pain.
Metal on metal. Let's do it. Physique.
All right.
Can Diedrich go the whole campaign without getting slapped?
I definitely feel like you could call on Sense of Danger for this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna call on Sense of Danger. And can I call on Apprentice?
Yeah, I think so. They're kind of like, they've been trying to use you as an apprentice to some extent.
Yeah. And you're just like, I am an apprentice. I know how this works.
You can call upon your own temporary trait, extra confident.
Oh, thank you for the bonus dice.
I'm gonna take Ambitious House, and probably Pragmatic here also applies. And
I don't know about pragmatic.
Chat, remember that the vote is who
Okay.
used their medals the best.
Situation involves hitting him in the face.
Right.
I am.
So
I
who
am
gave
definitely.
someone that extra confidence?
I'm definitely gonna tap a speed for this.
Oh boy.
All right, so who's rolling first in this situation?
So here's the thing.
I feel like you should roll at the same time.
Odalys, if you wanted to, if you work it into the story, you could somehow call on his burdens to give you extra dice to give him advancements.
What are your burdens?
His burdens are both involving
Obligators.
obligators and your fault.
Ooh.
Oh, actually,
Can I work that into the story?
maybe.
Huh.
Maybe. I feel like it's a little bit of a non sequitur, but you could.
I think I can.
So the thing is, this is really one of the few times we've seen players going up against each other. And I want to give you guys the opportunity to give each other a little bit of a boost in regards to advancement. But
yeah,
also,
I'd say go for it. If you roleplay it out, then go for it.
I would love to see Vyse get the screws pushed to him here. Like, do what I say.
You shouldn't have given me 3 bonus dice.
I mean, it's not like you really need them. I was only starting with 2 dice anyway. But I think I'm gonna say, as part of this, we don't need the kind of attention that you're going to draw if you try to back out of this now. You've already got the attention of the Canton of Urgas, or
Inquisition. Your dad works for Inquisition.
Inquisition. That's what my dad. I'm gonna write that shit down.
Your dad is an Inquisitor.
This is why I have
He worked for the
notebooks.
Inquisition. He's not an Inquisitor.
He's an obligator.
Right, yeah.
He's a prelate.
He's
Or
not-
he's a
he's not.
prelate, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like the top dude in this Canton.
He's high,
Right?
but he's not the top dude.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
High
relevant.
Prelin, and then everybody else.
Oh, there's
okay.
a high
My bad.
prelate.
Yep, there's a High Prelin.
Okay.
I don't know that it's been mentioned that much, but I think it was implied that your dad is like the wolfhound of the Inquisition that they send out to hunt down people.
Get it. You missed it.
You get advancement, SciFri, for your obligator investigation.
Wait, I also clicked the roll accidentally.
That's fine.
It looks like you have paired 5s with a 6.
That was the last roll, wasn't it?
Yeah, I see paired 3s with 2
Yeah.
6s.
Oh, okay. I thought you rolled twice.
Yeah, let's
but
scroll down more. Because the last roll was me as well.
Yeah, that was his zinc or his tin roll.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
yeah.
job.
All right, Odalys.
Shouldn't eat that probably.
Slap that man. Slap that man.
So
Okay.
wait,
Lab.
what can I use my
got-
nudges for? Or do I use it after she rolls?
Well, I mean, it'll depend on whether you win or lose the roll, right?
Okay.
I've got 10. I've got 2 for physique, 1 for Ambitious House, and 1 from Speed. So 4.
One
Yeah.
for calling on his.
Oh, thank you. 5. 5 then. Okay.
It's pretty even. Could go either way.
The guy with 6 dice.
5 versus 6 is even.
Oh.
No pairs.
Ooh, dun, 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 dun. Okay, so you're gonna.
That was amazing.
Odalys is gonna counter 2 of the complications, which leaves you giving her only 1 complication. If you wanted to, you could use those nudges to deal 3 points of damage to her as part of your slap avoiding technique.
No. I think I'll just deal a complication.
All right.
What can complications be again?
Well, why don't,
like refresh
before
me.
you complicate it. Oh, we even have a handout about complications. This one.
Let's see. Attackers are immune to the odds negative complications of freak for attacks.
Character is a prop. The character suffers an unfortunate misstep by wildly overextending an attack, or
That's like a temporary trait, yeah.
Yeah, you can throw temporary traits on to some extent.
Alright.
You can lower
So I'm
one of
gonna-
her dice pools.
Yeah. I think my temporary trait I'm going to use is newfound respect.
Oh, that's cool.
The hilarious
Ooh.
part is that that's going to go away on the next breather.
It is. But for the moment,
It's so reminiscent of what I did to my own father in the last scene. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
it feels like
such
the
circularity.
scene plays out like it feels like Dragon Ball Z almost, where like the hit connects but it does nothing. It just doesn't move.
Right, we've already
stands
gone full
there.
anime, so
Yeah.
He stands there and takes it like a man.
Anime. I was drawn as a cat earlier.
You were drawn as a cat earlier. That's right.
right, you were drawn as a cat. Valette was drawn as
We had
sexy lady.
chibis earlier.
Yeah, we had chibis.
It's like B. Cravello will basically do anything possible to turn this into an actual TV show.
I hope.
What we need to
anime,
do.
what?
Okay, so here's the deal. We need to get him to like do the anime for it, and then we'll go back and revoice all of the scenes
Oh my god.
without
yes.
our commentary.
How about
No,
we just
we
do
can-
something like actually practical, like hire Cravello as
Yeah,
a
I-
commission and another guy who does like animations and do the anime opening that Mistborn the
Yeah.
game
Of
RPG
course.
show has.
Yeah.
Because
We
it would
hire
have an anime
professional voice
opening.
actors to do our characters' work.
Yeah, we just hire the cast of Critical Role to play us.
Can I just become a professional voice actor? Like, where's that
Go for it.
option?
Where's that application? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Hello, voice actors.
I
I'd like to join
I
your
will-
ranks.
take that.
So, yeah. You get slapped in the face and you're just like, my chin doesn't move. I'm so
Yeah.
confident right now.
Yeah. Well, it's like he probably tilts his head to the side a bit. You can see it's like very red and it's like
Okay.
hurt him, but he's not moving.
I figure you do it like the thing where like when you get slapped in like a bad like badly choreographed theater thing where the slap comes this way but then you go like this. It's like, oh, sorry.
So you
Yeah.
can use those nudges to improve your pool for whatever your next roll is going to be.
Wait, didn't I just use them to apply a complication?
No, you just had that because you beat her by a certain number of...
Oh, okay.
Your roll was higher than hers. You can also
Oh.
use it to pull off a stylish maneuver, gain a useful insight, or set up a positive circumstance.
Oh, here we go. Combat nudges.
This is in combat.
Or is this
is
combat?
regular
Wait, is there a
nudges.
general nudges handout?
I'm kind of listed. Yeah, there's not really a general nudges handout. It's kind of loosey goosey.
Little wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. You can recover a point of resilience if you have any still lost. It looks like you do on your sheet.
I could.
You could
I have
recover
2
both of your
points.
lost points of willpower by being like.
Yeah. You said I could gain extra dice on my next roll.
Yeah, you can.
I like the idea of you getting slapped and regaining willpower from it.
Yeah,
Like-
and it's full Dragon Ball Z. You get hurt,
Exactly,
you become
yeah.
strong.
Of course.
Yeah, no, totally. I feel that.
And because I know B. Cravello is a fan of Dragon Ball Z, I request Dragon Ball Z style violence.
Nope. What's the power that Saiyans have that when they get their asses kicked, they come back even stronger?
It's just.
I don't think they ever name it.
It was just a thing.
I'm fairly certain it at the very least it was named in the abridged version because the Ginyu Force guys like, oh yeah, you have that power. That's super powerful.
Yeah, they have.
Which, and I don't know why like Saiyans don't just have a like. Why isn't Saiyan training just like okay, beat the shit out of him? Okay, do it again.
That is Saiyan training.
Do it again. Yeah, but like, but Vegeta's not doing that when we open up on him.
No,
like,
see, what you didn't know is that Vyse spent years training at 1,000 times Earth gravity for this one.
I mean, what you don't know is that the entire planet that the Mistborn series occurs on just has 100 times Earth's normal gravity, and just don't even know because
it's actually turns out it's called Zenkai. There is an actual name.
There's a name for the planet, and it's called Zenkai.
Did you just look it up?
No, Zenkai is the name of the power. It's the same genetic trait that allows them to increase after recovering.
All right. Anyway, that happened.
Correct.
Back in
yeah, you Zenkai. Are you bumping up your pool for your next roll?
I'm gonna bump. Well, is it for the next relevant roll to this situation, or my next roll in general?
The next roll in the beat. So it's the next beat, and definitely the next thing that's gonna happen is you and some ladies.
So I'm not going to. Well, could I use it to boost my thing of convincing the dude who runs this place? I'm just gonna bounce.
Your plan
I'm gonna take his tour.
Your plan is to bring all of the ladies out and then show up and be like, "I'm leaving."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
Maybe I can play I'm still boosted confidence, so maybe I can play Monsieur like that.
Yeah,
I got a plan.
I mean, you won't be playing Monsieur for sure. You'll be playing the Obligators.
Yeah, but can I add my 2 bonus dice to playing him like that?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So let's jump to that scene.
Sure. So.
Oh man, this is gonna be an uncomfortable question, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
Brought out, yeah.
What is Vyse's ideal type of woman, right? I'm curious. Not that it will be immediately necessary to know the answer to that, but yeah.
So AP, you know that NPC you made called Evelyn.
Okay. Is that his OTP?
I mean, definitely not having very strong correlations to your actual sister. None, 0.
Yeah. So, when you're brought into this rather large room, there are 24 terrace women in various states of terrace dress. So lots of V-necked V dresses that alternate colors. Many of them seem slightly dirty, like they've just been working in the mines, but are fairly well cared for. And none of them quite match Evelyn, but all of them are definitely putting on a show for you to some extent.
Right.
Pick me. I don't want to go back to the mines for the next 3 hours.
Okay.
This might be slightly better, and someone might not beat me for it.
So
surely they know they get killed, though.
I don't think.
I love how you think that they know that.
All right, so tin burning though, to get the layout of this place.
Yeah, I don't know. So here's the thing: in order to tin burn and get the layout, you would have had to have the blind
echolocation
or echolocation, something like that. I mean, there are sounds coming from farther in the facility, but here's the thing.
Can I tell from how far away, or is it too echoey? Maybe not. Maybe not if there's Inquisition guys nearby, and I'm already under suspect from them.
I was gonna say, because then you've got a room full of women in front of you, and now it's real clear there are women in front of you.
All right, so looking at the terrace people.
Yeah.
So you said they're all putting on a show, right?
To some extent, yes.
Which one is putting on the least of a show?
The least of a show?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I feel like up front, there's got to be a seduction roll on their part to try to one of them get your attention.
Right.
So, yeah, like, Obligator Man
knows he is
runs
not
everybody
interested
in
in-
there and is like, please take your time, Lord Martell. Choose any of them that you wish. The funds provided are quite substantial. You could take several if you wanted. In fact, and he kind of like looks out into the hallway, maybe at like the room where Monsieur is waiting. He's like, it's been a while since we've had such a generous contribution to this facility. Do you say anything, or are you just like looking forward like that, like, butts?
Butts. Hashtag cat butt.
All right. Yeah.
Butts.
So let's see here.
So yeah, which one of them is putting on the least of the show?
So seduction is versus your spirit.
Versus my spirit, which is at a -1. Great.
Awesome. But you have +2 dice towards this, right?
Yes. And I'm going to call on extra confident.
Okay. Definitely think you
Because
can do
not any woman can seduce this piece of confident man.
Oh man. So you've only had one of your burdens called upon, right? Like obligator
Yeah.
investigation. Maybe this guy is like, you know, with a donation like this to our cause, perhaps the Canton of Inquisition could be looking into your interests a little less closely. Such fervent devotion to the Lord Ruler obviously indicates a very healthy mind. And he's gonna hit you with a burden, so you get another advancement as he takes another
That didn't
side.
sound negative, though. That sounded like, hey, things are going great for you, man. Proud of
Yeah,
you.
but it's helping him to get you in the situation that you're in, right?
Oh, okay.
He's
So,
like, yeah, you're going through with this. That's great.
All right, so it comes to an even 4 then.
Okay, well, they have 4 as well. And I just got destroyed.
Hey, pair of 4s and
Yeah.
a pair of 3s. Crushed it.
Shit.
Yeah, you have some complications you get to throw down with paired 4s.
On the
On
terrace woman?
The obligator?
You can do it on the obligator, on the terrace woman.
How many complications?
You get 4.
4 complications.
I'll tell you what, you can trade all
Nice.
4 for a tour of the facility. You, personally.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yes.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Ah.
But you're going to have to pick one of the women.
All right, which one looks like they're putting on the least of a show?
You know, there's literally a Sanderson novel about what you're doing. It's called Perfect State. It's a novella. It's only a few hundred pages long, but it's really good. I suggest you check it out just for this exact situation. Yeah, there's one at the end who's like defiantly avoiding your glance. She looks like she'd rather be mining than spending any time with you. And maybe she's like picking her fingernails and doing anything possible to look like less beautiful, less available, less attractive. She's,
Perfect.
you know, scrawny, skinny. She's practically like boyish in her demeanor and the way she stands, like less like a woman and more just like, ugh, okay, fine, we're gonna get this done. I'm going back to mining. At least I like mining.
So
Look at
we'll pull the
look at this
obligator
dork
over,
here
yeah.
coming in with his stupid noble clothing and his ugh.
Yeah,
Ava, we can get a new party member.
yeah, I'll pull
sounds
over the
awesome.
obligator and just be like, what about this one? Tell me about it.
I think he just. All right, they have emotional training, so he probably doesn't start laughing, but maybe he raises an eyebrow and looks at you and is like, like he looks at where you're pointing
Yeah,
and then looks
if
at the
he-
girl next to her and is
Yeah,
like,
if he questions me for
her.
a second, then Vyse like follows up and is like, I did tell you my tastes were very specific.
I understand, my lord, very well. I need to tell you that this particular young woman prefers the mines to some extent. Perhaps it would be more suitable to take you into one of the rooms farther in?
Maybe.
Yes.
It may be
Yes,
more
but,
to her
Perhaps
taste.
to the prisons.
Swish, swish, swish. Nothing but net. Nothing but
What
net.
about
Net.
what about this one's work ethic? You say they prefer the mines. How good are they?
She's a very hard worker. We send her to the special branch quite often.
I see. So what you're saying is you would miss her employment?
Oh, nice move. Nice move. Yeah, he looks a little concerned. It's like, if we were to lose her, productivity in certain sections of the mines might drop off, yes. We could surely replace her with another
Yes.
2 or 3.
And surely, as you said, our payment was quite generous. It should cover any losses and then some.
I think he, like, pulls you out of this room into another room and is like, is there something in particular you wish to speak about, Lord Martell? Your manner is quite strange to me. I apologize. It's been a long time since I spent extended periods of debate with the nobility, and I understand this is your first time. Do I need to explain how this works to you?
He nods and he's like, no, I have a different way of operating with things. I would like to, proceed with this woman here and then, send her to my packman and have her delivered home.
So he looks at you and it's just like, that's not how we operate. You would proceed with this woman here, and then we would take her off your hands.
See, what I'm
He like
suggesting
closes
is I
the
take
door
her
so
off
that
her.
there's like no, the girls won't be able to hear what he's saying. He's just like, she'll be going to a. I would have thought Molcier explained this process to you, my lord.
He just puts his hand on his shoulder. He's like, I understand that you kill them,
Yes,
but
of
I
course.
have more use for this one yet.
Are you
See, she
asking-
has a certain spark that is rare in Terrace.
My lord, I'm afraid that if you're attempting to buy this woman from this facility, she's a criminal. We can't allow her to ever leave here alive. The Lord Ruler vehemently opposes interbreeding lowly terracemen with much superior specimens like nobility.
Careful, Vyse.
Very
Yeah,
well,
part
show
of that
me your
line,
second
say it.
best.
Show me your second best. He's like, perhaps I should show you our first best.
Whatever, if you wish.
Okay. I feel like, oh my god, Virgil's like, tell him you have a nice prison back home. Oh god. Alright, next week, join us for Mistborn adventure game 50 Shades.
We were supposed
of
to have 20 extra minutes.
Terror.
AP.
Are
gaming,
we
big
going
promise.
super late? I didn't know that we were doing that.
I at least want to have one more scene.
We didn't start. We
can
started
have
late and
worse.
then had like a 20-minute intro.
I'm fine with whatever.
I at least want to have one more scene with
Let's-
Valette and Diedrich, and
okay.
it can be short, but I just wanted to. There was something I wanted to do.
Valette and Diedrich thing.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I think so. We left with them like. They're like, oh, we'll just go get a room too, since that's what everybody's doing. So I think Valette, like, so like when everybody kind of goes off and does their own thing, Valette just like looks at the like long line of rooms and like looks at Diedrich and just like, eh.
Yeah.
Are the rooms like themed?
Yeah.
We choose the one that's themed as the room with the map of the rest of the mines in it.
Yeah, that's not there.
Can we find
Nuts.
Is there a room
I'd
themed
hit you with that one.
Oh man, I think we.
I was sailing to see my ship sail, but then it was that.
Valette, she's like, so she just walks and picks a random one, and just like, I guess this one. She opens it, and it's themed like a plantation, like it's like a farm-ish kind of thing. And she's like, "Oh great, well it's a room, I guess." And then she just walks in and.
Wow. Okay. By specific request of Aerocyto, this is gonna happen. Wow, that's.
God damn it.
What? So as you're going in, right? You're maybe a little nervous with Diedrich, and then you feel your father's. Maybe it's less of like a gentle thing. It's more of like a stern reproach, and your dad's like, "Go on, kiss the boy. You know you like him. You know you want to."
She walks. She like yeah. So she closes her eyes and hears that, and she just kind of breathes in deeply, and then like walks into the room. Does Diedrich follows her in, or?
Yeah, Diedrich is just sort of like hands in his pockets, sort of casually like looking around, like, "Oh, okay, this one."
Yeah, you see him.
So she's standing there like kind of like she walked in and she's like looking in like she's looking into the room like so he's kind of like looking at her back. And she closed her eyes and heard that. And then she just turns around and grabs you and kisses you.
I feel like this is definitely a seduction test for charm versus wits. Or I'm sorry, charm versus spirit. Charm versus spirit.
Yeah. Spirit,
unless you're into this, Diedrich. It sounds like you're not, though.
No, definitely not.
All right, let's talk about assembling a dice pool here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get a dice from Unwilling. I mean, I do.
Yep.
I would say Playgirl because she's
yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think intense as well. I mean.
Oh yeah, intense. Playgirl intense. I think that's it for her.
I don't suppose, Diedrich, you want to somehow work in night terrors or flashbacks. Although, no, night terrors have already been called on, right? So,
yeah, I can
work in flashbacks and have her
work in flashbacks. Well, no, I'm working in flashbacks because her shit. I mean, her mental issues kept me up all night. So I'm certainly not in a particularly friendly. My disposition towards her is not particularly friendly at the moment.
oh boy, are you really? So,
oh my gosh.
In order to be a dick and not kiss this girl, you're gonna call upon her mental illness? And Molcier is the monster, right? It's hard to keep track anymore.
Of course. Who is the real monster?
So
It's not a good day. It's the day after that whole thing. This is a bad time to be putting the moves on me.
So, GM Wreckage, tell me what kind of flashbacks that stuff is she's kissing.
I couldn't hear that at all because someone was typing very loudly. What did you ask?
I'm asking GM Wreckage, what...
Kelsa does have a pretty good idea.
Yeah, you should check Skype chat.
I'm checking Skype chat.
But what flashback?
Yeah. Oh, perfect. She flashes back to her kiss with Francine.
Oh shit!
And
there's that pause where she's like, "Oh wait, like that is sort of a betrayal." Like, and that slows her roll, so to speak.
I feel like she doesn't just flash back to that scene. It's a scene where it's her, Vyse, and Francine all together. And maybe we get like previously unseen footage in this flashback.
Yeah,
where they're all like rolling around in the bed
them
together.
Yeah, it's weird because that's the first time she's ridden Vyse, and this is the second.
Yeah. all on the brain. Sure. Let's hear about dice numbers before we roll.
So the
I
burden
want the
gives him an
crowd
extra
to
die.
go ahead
Right?
and play some bets as to who's going to win this one. And I guess it calls into the nature of, like, how do you win this situation? Like, is not kissing somebody winning? Or is that really losing?
So I think
him calling the burden gives him an extra die, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm at a pool.
Yeah, so it doesn't take away from me. Cool.
I'm at a pool of 7 dice from.
Me too.
And all right then, so we're totally even, Steven. I think that I'm going to say that the outcome, or for at least where my thoughts on the outcome here is, the kiss happens regardless because he's not in any way on defense for it. But the roll result is whether or not it is seduces him in any way, whether or not he walks away with a different opinion about the situation than he has going into it.
Sure, yeah.
So he's not on a place where he's actually wanting to move into anything else with his actual wife, and she now suddenly wants it to go elsewhere. So like it's a change of disposition that's possible here.
Let's roll at the same time.
3, 2, 1. 3 4s and a 6.
Oh, 2 5s.
So
2 6s.
Valette, you actually lose one of your nudges. But yeah, come out ahead with 5 and a nudge.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you wanted to deal willpower damage, you could throw 2 points at Diedrich, but definitely there's some lovey-dovey going on.
And obviously, I don't want to force anything on you and your character.
Oh, I want to point out, if you deal 2 points of damage to him right now, you can give him a burden.
You are just jonesing for the PvP.
My.
You're evil,
You got
AP
to
Gaming.
kill your party members.
You can give him a burden that he is sexually attracted to you.
I would say fascinated.
Okay,
I don't want to be like, oh, not you want to fuck her right now. So I think it is. Yeah, I think it'll be like
you won the exchange. So what do you want to do?
Obviously, I don't want to like make you play your character a certain way. I think it is like I'll do the 2 points to do a burden of like.
Let me explain where my character is in detail, so then you can decide how you want to affect that. He was sold by his family to another family, to a woman that he had never met, and she seems nice, and they all seem nice, but it's not something that he did of his own choosing, and he's not interested in it. And this whole I can get back at my family thing is great and all, but it's not like he trusts you. It's not like he wants to get any deeper with this family necessarily. He's just sort of going with the flow, and like actually liking you complicates things, and he doesn't want that, and he's not even thinking about it actually until this happens. It's not even on his radar.
Yeah, so it's definitely not going to be anything like, oh, now I'm actually in love with her all of a sudden randomly. It'll be the burden will be more like, I forget who said it, but like something like surprise fascination, or like surprise. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Unexpected.
Infatuation?
Unexpected infatuation or something like that. Yeah. Like it's just like, huh, that's weird. Like it's not something like it's like, oh, cool, love with her now, awesome. It's just like, oh, that's weird. Feelings. What are these feelings that are suddenly coming right now?
It's like,
I want to give a shout out.
That was hotter than I thought.
We've been waiting to do for a while, but it's also great that Aerocyto had just dropped the art right before I got the chance to arrange it. And even better that I didn't have to do all the arranging.
Oh yeah.
Fox just leaned right into that.
Oh yeah.
What then is the result of this roll?
You get to throw 2 points of willpower damage at Diedrich. You gain.
I'll do that for the burden, for the surprise infatuation or unexpected infatuation.
You get serious burden, and you also have the complication gets canceled out. So that's it. Okay. Yeah. So maybe the last scene is Valette and Diedrich kissing.
Well, actually, can I do just one quick thing?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah. So like we kiss, and it lasts for like a few seconds or something like that. And then she like, and it looks like the drawing exactly. And then she opens her eyes, and kind of like, sorry, no, not sorry. Shit.
Sorry,
Mop.
not sorry.
Mop. Mop.
See what you're doing there.
She sees that he's kind of speechless, and she kind of smirks a little bit and like giggles like this. That was and then she closes her eyes again. And Arthur, can you say what the other thing her father told her?
Metals are power?
Yeah. Can you say it in her dad's voice?
Of course. Metals are power. Is that what his voice
Close her eyes and
like?
hears that, and then opens and she opens her eyes again, like has a small smirk on her face, and she reaches into her sleeve, and pulls out the vial of that mysterious metal that she stole.
Okay. That it?
And he's like, that just kind of came to me, but the actual thing I want to do is give you this.
What? I'm gonna get some air. And I will take the vial, hide it with my other vials, and then step out of the room. And in the hallway, he just runs a hand through his hair and like unbuttons the top couple of buttons of his shirt to like air it out for a second.
It's so kawaii.
and then we go back to Valette with just that little smile on her face, and I think then I'm good with the scene with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the end.
That's such a cliffhanger.
This is a weird episode. There was so
Beautiful.
much fourth wall.
Valette is in such a weird place right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Everyone is really.
Yeah. I think maybe in the future, maybe a little less fourth walling, and definitely less me interrupting during role playing. I think I did it once, and I was like, fuck, damn it, they're in such a serious role play going on.
Tell you what, though, guys.
Yeah, that was literally what you said. You're like, hold on a second. Fuck, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys in such serious roleplay, but...
Yeah.
You just
But it was a great
anyway.
joke.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, guys, fucking never overconfident Vyse again. He's too powerful. He can't be stopped.
It is funny that overconfident Vyse is just like, boom, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make a wall, make Tathy Gwen great again.
I can't, like, oh my goodness, I cannot deal. I hate playing that kind of character. Oh my goodness, that is so, like, against everything I built in this.
So, Diedrich didn't use his medals at all for the straw poll, but let me just say that sometimes not wasting your medals irresponsibly before a mission is
it's used
is the most responsible use of your medals, is to not use them irresponsibly.
This vote is not for responsible use of your medals.
Yeah, it's who
just saying.
Best. Yeah.
I'm not telling anyone who they should vote for, but we would not be in this position if Valette had not used her medals. So
I don't know. The audience is definitely voting in a direction.
I know exactly. They're Vyse all the way.
It's for the
I'm gonna take it back. We're starting a new streak.
SciFri's like, what are you doing? You're beta-ing the audience. You're like, oh no, I'm in so much trouble. Audience, help me.
If only you vote for me.
Gotta stay on
that was
brand.
Such a good episode. Holy shit.
Hashtag on brand. Hashtag $.
Oh my gosh, this was super, super good.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
Let's talk outros. We'll go in reverse order. Kelsa, how you doing? Where can people find you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. You can find me on the internet twitch.tv/KelsaDelphi, youtube.com/KelsaDelphi. I may have drank too much wine to remember how URLs work. Twitter @KelsaDelphi. Nope, just @Kelsa. Definitely too much wine. Let me drink another glass.
That's how you solve that problem.
That is how you solve that problem. My cat went missing, and I am very upset about that. That is why I've been drinking a lot of wine. So thank you all for bearing with me on that. I am in this show, obviously. Friday nights, you can find me here at 5 p.m. Pacific. Since I'm on the West Coast, that's the time frame that I know. So sorry for everybody else in the rest of the world. Do math. I'm also doing on RP Glories on Wednesdays during the day, part of Wild Blue. I'm really excited to be part of that. It's a lot of fun. And my own show, which is relegated to once a month, unfortunately, is Shadows of Seattle, a Dresden Files game. And that is coming up on Sunday, April 17th, where we're going to explore a little bit more of werewolf romance and whatever else happens. So.
Awesome.
That's me.
Let's talk about you at Science Fraction. We'll have to wait. YouTube crowd is usually pretty good at interacting, but so far only one person tweeted at me with the hashtag free SciFri.
There were two people.
I'm sorry.
Tux tweeted out the stream with it.
I only have
I checked
one.
the hashtag. Well, it wasn't an at mention at you, but it's in the hashtag if you click on it.
Nope. Adam did it. Hashtag free SciFri. Okay. I feel like we need more. It can't just be the players.
I also did it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Kelsa and Adam. It can't just be the players doing.
Tell you what,
hashtag
guys.
free SciFri.
Tweet at
It
APGamingREAL
It
free SciFri.
can.
But while you're on Twitter tweeting at APGamingREAL hashtag free SciFri, you can also go to twitter.com/SciFri _SCIFRI_. Follow me. I'm really close to 200 followers. I'm like 20 something away. Really hyped about that. Gonna be streaming on my
Confident,
Twitch.
you might say.
Yeah. You can find me on twitch.tv/SciFri without the underscore for games and general nonsense. Going to be streaming some stuff, maybe some Smash Brothers streams, because I'm going to be at my first Smash Brothers tournament this Sundays. And if that goes well, I might have a newborn interest in practicing that game.
Awesome.
Tux, let's talk about you.
Hashtag on brand.
Can we also talk about
Hashtag on-
LOLOLOLOVELLO? I'm talking about. Yeah, let's talk about you, Tux.
That's the
Yeah.
one you go for? Really?
Yep.
That's the best you got?
Oh my gosh, Valette is in such a weird place. Like, seriously. Yeah, she's having night terrors. She can't get to sleep, but she's a teenager and she has weird teenage feelings. So she kissed her new husband, and he may or may not have liked it. Kind of did, in a weird place. But yeah, I think she's happy with herself, at least with that action. I know I people say it all the time, and I say it a lot too. But like, seriously, Valette is one of my favorite characters I've ever played. She's just so much stuff going on with her, and it's so fun. I love this game. For me, I am Tuxtradamus. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Tuxtradamus, on Twitter at Tuxtradamus. While you're tweeting, hashtag save SciFri. At APGamingREAL. If you want to throw me a follow as well, that'd be super cool. My big thing right now is my City of Fog open game that you can join just by going to this link if you are interested. I also do video game stuff very occasionally. Haven't done it in a while because things. But yeah, the City of Fog is my big thing right now, and then I'm here a lot as well. You can find me. It'll be next Wednesday and I've already heard everything about it. We won't be here Saturday for Winter's Edge, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
It is all my fault. But yeah, next week we'll be doing all the things, and it's going to be super cool, and hopefully you will join us. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Arasaito is Bay, and so are all of you, especially the 4 other people in this call with me.
Yeah. Let's talk about you, Wreckage. Not that you do anything, because you don't have any shows of your own, and you don't use Twitter, and you don't use YouTube, and
I'm basically a ska. I just work for other people and get treated like shit.
Do you feel like I treat you like shit?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like we have a.
Except for when you're like, I'm the narrator. You love this person.
Whoa!
Not even that.
Whoa! First off, actually, I had
I'm the narrator.
nothing to do with
Flashbacks are
that.
real.
That was all Valette. That was all Valette.
I didn't say that he
don't
loves
pretend
her.
you didn't have your greasy little fingers wiggling in that one the whole
I want
time.
to point out, I did help suggest a burden, but that's exactly what narrator's supposed to do. It's in the description.
Exactly. He said, look, there's a thing that could happen. Is it going to happen? I said, yeah, it's going to happen.
Tell you what, though, I have been perfecting speed shilling for these outros.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Wreckage. You can follow me at Twitter at Dr. Wreckage. Send me a message if you want me to do something on your stream. I can run a game. I can be a player. I can do all the things that TTRPG things can do and be done and all of that.
Except for be in color. He can't do that.
I can't be in color.
Oh, snap.
But we're looking at hiring Aerocyto to live stream color in his face while we're playing.
Yeah.
24 frames a second. I feel like that's something he can do. It's just like.
Oh yeah, totally.
I mean,
Yo, like real talk, though, like
that's entirely
is
possible.
Beyond talented and beyond skilled.
Yeah.
So if anybody can do it, it's definitely him.
Like,
the next thing you can catch me on.
Oh yeah, I should.
Is actually the next time we'll be here, Star Wars: Edge of the Empire on Wednesday. Then it'll be Sin Eaters again on Thursday, and then Mistborn again on Friday. Very excited to see how this all plays out. Then the week after that, you won't be able to catch me at all because I'm going to PAX.
I will see you at PAX.
Probably. We can probably exchange like phone numbers so that we don't.
Wait, you're going to be at PAX next Friday, yeah?
No, the Friday after.
Friday
Next
after.
week I've got shows, and the week after that I got no shows.
Okay.
I can't be in
So are we looking at like a week 8 is just both of your cams meshed together?
That would be weird.
Yeah, please send me a message if you want me to do a show on your Twitch or whatever. Like, I'm cool. I'm down for it. At Dr. Wreckage. AP, tell them all the great things you do.
Down to show.
Down to show.
Yeah. So, I don't know. You're here. Click the follow button. Follow my show. Go on YouTube. Watch all the previous VODs of this.
That is the laziest plug ever. You're just you're here.
The thing is,
we're here.
Listen, you say it's the laziest plug ever. Everyone here knows I can masterfully talk about my own show. But Tux and Wreckage already talked about my other shows, so there's no point.
Right, we're on as all of his other stuff.
Yeah.
So, you outsourced your shilling.
Exactly. Right. He's doing it smart.
We're doing this. Ready? This is how you speed shill SciFri. Watch a master at work.
I bet nobody can hear anything.
Hi guys. Stopwatch.
I'm Arthur Perkins, aka APGamingREAL. Have you considered clicking the follow button in the lower left-hand channel? It's right under Diedrich's name. If you'd like to, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at APGamingREAL. I have about 800 hours of backlog tabletop RPG content. You can watch all of the previous VODs of this show and numerous other shows from 24 different role-playing systems, including commentary on those systems. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you also for not doing hashtag free SciFri, because obviously, fuck SciFri. He is incapable of doing an outro with anywhere near this level of perfection.
As long as you vote for me on the straw poll.
I mean, I think you're doing pretty good.
40 seconds exactly. Good job.
Yep.
Speed shilling, Vyse. Learn to deal with it. Super kawaii. All right. Anything else we should talk about before we go?
If you guys want to say hello to me while I'm at PAX in 2 weeks, Twitter, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, do that thing where you do stuff and go to @Kelsa on Twitter.
I mean, I don't have much to say except for twitter.com/SciFri, Twitch.tv/SciFri. Follow me. I do really cool stuff. I make funny jokes like half of the time. Like 50% of my jokes are funny, so come check them out. Have a great time. Tweet at me.
Listen, talking
SciFri
fast.
has more followers than me. This is not fair. And his little
I got
thing
177,
is
real close to 200. Help me out, guys.
Even
Come
the
follow.
right. Not even the right one.
We're
Unacceptable.
done. I'm hitting the end button now. Once
Bye,
you
everybody.
begin
Thanks for
comparing
watching.
follower sizes, it just gets.
We love you all.
Have a good night, everyone. We'll be back next week, but not
Bye.
the week after, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, check
Good
out
night,
episode-
everybody.
Next
Good night,
episode needs to be
everybody.
way more serious. I feel like we got really weird tonight.
I don't think that's true.
We got off-brand. All right, more next
Never
week,
off-brand.
I guess. Gee.